Hey everybody, it's 3:24. We're all on the same time zone on the eastern states. Not sure everybody is on the same page though. I honestly think our world is getting far more insane, and I'm just going to wait for people to jump on. I know a lot of you watch these talks afterwards, and of course sometimes Facebook play silly games with us. Let me first deal with what's happening on this side of our world. The grooming of children in this country and in all of the Western world has to stop. When you make sex God, children suffer. The sexualization of children, when kids are raised in a sexualized environment, that's called grooming. I don't care who it is, whether it's by a straight person, whether it's by a trans, whether it's by gay people. I don't give two tosses. Let's get this right. This is evil. And let me just say this, because I'm really annoyed at the pulpits in this country. I just listened to a brilliant message by Jensen Franklin on whose team are you on? Team Jesus or Team Satan? It's quite frankly, there's one of those two. And he makes a statement. He says, as go the pulpits in our nation, so goes the country and our churches. And the pathetic, weak, insipid silence of the church in this country makes me want to throw up in my mouth. I tell you what, if it wasn't for Jesus, I would never step foot in a church again. I wouldn't do it. They can give me 7 ways to have a happy holiday over Easter, but you can't say a damn thing about what's going on in our children and in our women. Yet some of the mega churches in this country have the audacity to say that they want to protect women. Here's what I say to you. You're liars. Absolute liars. You can stand there with your beanie and tell me how you want to protect women, but you're liars. Absolute liars. And I know this will get back to the people, and a few others, by the way. They're not the only ones. This is evil. Videos circulating around of children getting lap dances. 11, 12-year-old boys dressed in bondage gear, doing all kinds of sick stuff, chained to a man. This is called abuse. This is called evil. I want to make a statement, and I made this statement last Sunday. Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father. I know there's people here that watch from all different kinds of backgrounds, but just bear with me. Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father, the Bible says. And when his first martyr is being stoned, whilst he's being stoned, he opens up and he sees Jesus standing at the right hand of the Father. I want to make something very clear. Jesus stands with those who stand. Get that through your preachers' heads. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on, going Bible verse after Bible verse, historical fact after historical fact. The weakness, pathetic, weak, evil from the pulpit. It is disgusting. Absolutely deplorable. Now, the New Zealand Prime Minister, the Prime Monster, let's call him, yesterday was caught off guard, who couldn't define what a woman is. And he says, maybe I'm a boy from the hut. I don't even want to go there on that one. It's not whether you're a boy from the hut or whether you're a boy from Auckland or Wellington. Now, I'm a father of 3 daughters and 3 granddaughters. Let me help the Prime Minister of New Zealand. It is an adult human female. At the same breath, this idiotic Prime Minister says how he wants to protect women You can't even define what they are. Then it says you want women in politics, in government, in leadership position, and they should all deserve equal pay, etc. Have you lost your mind? You can't even define what it is. Biology, human beings are the only stupid creation that get into this nonsense. And who is suffering? Let me tell you who's suffering. Children. Malcolm Roberts posted a great video today of children that were on the road to this whole puberty blockers thing. Let me tell you, puberty is not a disease. Dysphoria, confusion, depression, mental health, that's a problem. And we need to deal with that. And listen to me very carefully. I don't care what you want to be as a grown adult. Whether you want to be straight, trans, whatever. It's not my business. And God gives everybody a free will. But these children at this age, 1 minute they want to be a cowboy, next minute they want to be an Indian. One day they want to be Superman, then they want to be Batman. One day they want to be Spider-Man, then they want to be whatever else. We as kids used to have a superhero called Wonder Woman. Now we got prime ministers that are wondering what a woman is. It is an agenda, an evil, demonic. Let me tell you what it is. It is demonic. And if you're on that side, you've got a problem with devils. You really do. What a sick mob we have become. And I blame the pulpits. That's where I lay the blame. Let me just say this. Silence has never been part of the church. It's supposed to be salt and light. And Peter stood. Joshua stood. The problem is you've been bought by government. That's your problem. And this Easter festival down there in Sydney this weekend that they're supposed to be doing, where my Christian friend, or not my friend, I wouldn't call him a friend, posted all about the Labor Party giving $50,000. Why aren't you having trans and gay and everybody else out there as well? You want to celebrate community? You better open up to them. And again, listen to me. This is not hate. I say this out of love. I'm passionate and concerned. And if you misinterpret what I say out of hate speech, you're a fool. I don't hate anybody. But there is an issue here that we are failing to address. This is pure and utter grooming. And then leaders like the Prime Minister of New Zealand, God knows what Albanese says, 1 minute they want to stop the abuse of women, they want to stop the violence against women, they want to give equal pay to women, but you can't tell me what a woman is. Why are we even having this discussion? Do you have a penis? Now, I know there are people that are transitioning. Do you have a womb? Now, of course, there are people that have had wombs removed. You know where I'm going with this. And I want women here to start standing up. You are not a breastfeeder or someone with a uterus. You are a woman. And don't let fools like the Prime Minister of New Zealand can't define it. You don't belong running a country. Now, as to the matter of Donald Trump. Now, Trump is a polarizing figure. Trust me, I've been with a man. But a video came out today, basically, where Mr. Biden, and if anyone can find it and post it on here, I'd appreciate it, basically said that all this is about stopping him becoming president again. Now, listen to me very carefully. This stuff was out there when he was running for president against Hillary. Why didn't they do anything about it? I'll tell you why. Because they thought it was in the bag. They were celebrating. Have you seen the videos of the day after when this guy comes in, this Cyrus, as I call him, biblical Cyrus, comes in, a man who has done more to stand up for Christian values, Christian rights, pro-freedom and everything else. Yeah, he made a mistake with the virus. Let's give him that one as a negative. There was no wars under his leadership, no Russia-Ukraine problems, no problem with North Korea, certainly had the dragon under control. But now because they fear, they got a Soros-backed governor or judge, whatever he is over there, arresting him, first time in history. This is called the weaponization against someone. That is what it is. But yeah, Biden's financial records have never been inquired. Hunter Biden's stuff never really come out to the fore as it should. The money payments to Biden, his brothers, the children, and the money that went around, where's that? By the way, what about Bill Clinton? Now, we know that Bill said what he said and he was impeached and everything else. But now he's like the patron saint. And these guys were proven. Russian collusion, no proof. Working with China, no proof. Mar-a-Lago, nothing. As a matter of fact, Trump's files in Mar-a-Lago were locked in secure. Biden's were all over the floor. It shows you the respect that one person has and another person has for government. We're coming up to a time, and this Good Friday and Sunday, I'll be sharing some messages. There has always been good and evil, and the crowd is rarely right. The night before Christ was crucified, they brought out Christ and they brought out another guy. Now, I want you to listen to these names. They brought out a guy by the name of Barabbas. But his real name, or his full name, is Jesus Barabbas. The NET translation brings it out. And Pilate says, who do you want me to release? Jesus Barabbas, that's his name, or Jesus who is called the Christ? By the way, the name Jesus Barabbas, the word Barabbas means son of the Father. There has always been a war between the sons of the Father created and those that are sons of God. And the crowd chose Barabbas. Just like nations have chosen illicit, immoral, pedophilia, sick, perverted leaders. And they're all singing from the same songbook. Whether it's a bloke in Canada, whether it's a bloke in New Zealand, whether it's our mob over here. And I'm telling you, all of this is not all something that is, this is over here and this is over here. No, this is an enmeshment. Just like the Olympic flag, all these circles work together. This is a global control mechanism that is basically there to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. Destroy identity, destroy values, destroy gender, destroy freedoms, destroy health, destroy economy, destroy farming. What's it all about, Pat? Let me give it to you, and I've been yelling this for 3 years. Control. And if you're a minister out there, and you're letting someone and something and some government policy, because you don't want to offend, you don't deserve to have a pulpit. If the enemy can't control the government, let me tell you what he goes for also, the pulpit. When he can't get that, he goes into the congregation, where the congregation and the board control what's on the pulpit. Boy, I could mention some names right now. silence has never been part of our belief systems. They want to shut you up. The trans can scream and block our churches and block our entrances and go to the Grand Prix, but no, you can't. No, you can't. You need to sit down and shut up. Or we'll counsel you. Or we'll get a mob against you. Or we'll get social media to block you. Or we'll get someone to make up some stories, splash you all over the television. You see, what's going on overseas in America right now, let me give it to you straight. President Trump draws a lot of media attention. So it distracts people from what's really going on. The pedophilia rings, the drug cartels, the immigration problems, the clown over there in the Ukraine. Am I for what Putin's done? Absolutely not. But I've got to tell you, there's something rotten in the Ukraine. I think it was in Finland or I can't remember what country it is. They walked out on his speech. But the West, with our obsession with what celebrities and pop culture thinks, we applaud. We've got Satanism on TV in prime time. And the pulpit's silent. And they've got the audacity this Sunday to speak about Jesus' victory over the grave. Pity you can't translate that into victory over people's lives and what's going on right now. This same mob that was silent when we were under lockdown and mandates and everything else, these weak, woke, government-controlled places, they ought to call themselves something else. They really ought to. And you say, Pat, you're angry. I'm concerned you're not angry. How can we sit by? You've got a Prime Minister in New Zealand who doesn't know what a woman is. You've got all this nonsense going over here. We've got a nation divided over a racial issue, over a voice, when there already is voices. And the voices that they should be listening to are censored, shut down, maligned, or they cause a distraction with a Lydia Thorpe. That's what she does. If the dark forces can't get you to comply, let me tell you what they will do. Listen very carefully. They will get you distracted. That's all this is. Wake up, people. Wake the heck up. Now the good news. Now the good news. The darkness, deep darkness covers the people. Arise, shine, for your light has come. This is a time for people to speak up. People have had enough. The average person in the streets had enough. They can see through this. They just don't know where to go for help. And preachers, let me tell you, this will not empty your churches. This will fill your churches. What emptied your churches was your compliance, your complicity, your following a narrative. That's what will empty it. Now, in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to Boona. And we're going to be hosting our rally in Boona. And I'm excited about that. I really am excited about that. We met with some leaders in the farming community and people from the farming community there just a few weeks ago. It was heartbreaking to see what's going on up there. And then, of course, in a few weeks' time, I have Gerald Salente coming live. Now, I'm not opening that up just yet, but Gerald is coming. And he will be speaking to us about what's really going on. He said to me the other day, when all else fails, they send you to war. It's a distraction to what is really going on. You're going to hear a lot of stuff that's going to blow you away when he's on. Anyway, Good Friday, you don't want to miss it. There has always been a real Jesus and a fake one. This is what this is about. Two kingdoms, two teams, two sets of values. And I know there are people out there that maybe you're not a person of faith, but you get it. You get it. You're more awake than some of these other mob. You're more awake. You're more alert to what's going on. You can see it. and you stand up and you march and you petition. And if we don't stand now, I'm telling you, we'll fall for anything. And sadly, we are. Sadly, people are. Because the people that should be speaking are not. And their silence is deafening. Absolutely deafening. What I'm hearing about all kinds of stuff, government money's here and government money's there and churches run by boards and whatever. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And people think that I'm anti. I'm not anti. I'm for. I'm fighting a fight that I didn't start. The World Economic Forum, the WHO, and a woke church started this. Woke and weak. And I don't care if you speak in tongues. And I don't care how many people fall down. I can faint at a rock concert. And speaking in tongues doesn't make you right. Because you can be a complete imbecile and God will still baptize you in the Holy Spirit. So don't go telling me, because you're a Pentecostal, I'm seeing more standing up for Christian values from the Orthodox Church than the so-called free-flowing in the Spirit, celebrity, culture-compromising mob that's out there. I don't preach in their churches anyway. They're not going to have me, so who cares? Who cares? I don't care. You can't kill a guy that's already been dead twice. So anyway, I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm looking forward to Easter Sunday as well. And we're going to have a look at the sayings of Jesus on the cross. It's going to be very, very powerful, very, very moving. But it's time we stand, folks. It's time we stand. Our children need us to stand. Our children need us to stand more than ever. Thanks so much for listening. Look forward to seeing you on Friday and Sunday. God bless you.